Advanced Training webinar. My name is Jared Krebs. I'm pictured here with my wife Crystal. We're Emerald Directors in San Antonio, Texas. And before we get into today's, training, we have a guest on today's training. And before we bring on our guest, I just want to remind you of 10 things to expect when you're building your business. Number one, there will be ups and downs. Number two, success or failure is up to you. If you succeed, it's because of you. If you fail, it's because of you, not because of the people who introduced you to USANA. Number three, the goal is for you to become independent and run an independent business. Number four, make your plan on the weekends. Execute and do your plan, review it the next weekend, and make adjustments. That's what we always do. Plan, do, review, adjust. Number five, it's going to take time. It's going to take a year to become competent. It's going to take 3 years to create a significant part-time income. It's going to take 5 years to become a significant earner, and it's going to take 7 years to become world-class at this. It's just going to take time. Number six, it takes consistency, consistent work and hustle. Number seven, you're going to have to grow and get outside of your comfort zone and do Facebook Lives. I know a lot of you have been doing Facebook Lives lately. Super proud of you. Number eight, mental toughness is necessary. Number nine, the grass is not greener in other companies. I've seen people leave USANA, never make what they made with their USANA business. And number 10, this is a long-term game. USANA is 25 years strong with over $2.5 billion paid to its associates. It's provided me and my wife with a full-time income for over a decade, as well as thousands of other people around the world. So this is a long-term game, and I want to acknowledge you for playing in the game, getting in the game, and staying in the game. And last thing to remember, amateurs sell products, professionals sell the vision. Make sure that you follow up with your customers and your clients. Make sure that you invite your clients to webinars like this where they can see the entire vision of USANA, or share the Facebook Live videos, tag them in these videos. Share the vision of what USANA can do for somebody's life. The products are amazing, but there's so much more. And few have done it as well as Mr. Victor Soto, Silver Director. He's actually located in Salt Lake City, Utah. I've gotten to know Victor through being at convention and also seeing him at the corporate events. And today he's going to share his story on how he went from actually being born in Venezuela, working in Venezuela, and then eventually, I guess he started with Goldman Sachs. So he worked in the retail sector, and then he actually worked in the customer service side of USANA before switching over to be a distributor. So today you're going to hear his story. And Victor, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to share your story with our team today. We want to hear what your highlights were. We want to hear how you started USANA, what were the things you had to overcome, if you ever felt like quitting, what's your life like today from USANA. And so I'm going to actually stop the screen share and bring you on to, if you can start your webcam.
All right. Thank you, Jared.
Yes, and Victor, let's see if we can get your webcam on.
Okay, give me just... All right, I'm done.
Here we go. Welcome to the webinar.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate your invitation to do this. Actually, I was talking to your father. This is my first time in a webinar in English.
Oh, so wow.
This is new for me. So, yeah. And, well, thank you, Jared, for the invitation. And I'm more than willing to help with my small knowledge about USANA and all my experiences doing this business.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. So tell us, Victor, what was your life like prior to finding USANA?
Well, you know, everything started in where I was born in Venezuela. When I was there, you know, I thought the only way to make money in life is just getting a job, a very good job. In order to get this really good job, you have to go to the university. That was my mentality. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. Okay, because at this moment, when I was 20-something, I have my dream. I have the same dream I have right now. There were 5 things. The first thing is obviously get a job, get a formal job. You know, one of those jobs with tie and suit, you know, and melting. And that was one of my dreams. The other one is get money. The third one is travel, because I love to travel a lot. The 4 is basically do my hobby. I love the photography. The people who follow me in the web and on the social media knows that I love to take pictures and post it and work with this. And the last thing is to teach. I love to teach and build groups and equipment, right? So that was what I want, okay? And I went to the university. I graduated in business administration in Venezuela, and I got my first job for a huge corporate. Is a Germany company called Bayer, and I worked for them. I was a rookie because from the university I went to this job. I got my formal job. I got a lot of money because they pay me a lot, right? And I had the chance to travel different places worldwide, and also I had the chance to build a group, in my office. But guess what? I didn't have the time to take one picture because I worked from 7 a.m. in the morning till 11 p.m. So that was too much. So I didn't have a chance to go home and talk to my wife and my son, nothing. So the thing is, I was a rookie, and 2 years later I lost my job because I was a rookie. They say, no, you don't have enough experience. And guess what? I said, okay, what I have to do is do the same thing. I find another job, the same kind of job. This time was with a company from England. But I worked with them 1 year because it wasn't good enough. And again, repeat the same pattern. I look for another job, and this time was for the first time with an American company. I worked for them 5 years with Xerox. What is the document company? I worked with them 5 years. That was awesome because they pay me a lot. That was a very good job. But guess what? In Venezuela, we knew this moment we have economical problems in the country. And this company left from Venezuela and fired me because, they have a really bad experience in Cuba, and they don't want to repeat the same thing in Venezuela. So they left and fired all the people who worked with them. Thinking this is the only way to make money, I repeat it again. I work with a company, with a cell phone company, and be with them. The problems in Venezuela got worse, the political problems. So in this moment, we had the chance to come to the United States legally, and being here, I repeat the same pattern. I went to the market to find a job, and I would start to work with Goldman Sachs. I worked with them really, really hard. I worked with them 5 years, and the first years I got a prize, the employee of the year. So I said, oh, I made it. This is it. This is what I'm from here. That's what I thought. Okay. 5 years working with them, I did what I want to do. I create a huge team. I teach them, I taught them, everything I know. And when I was there with them after 5 years, my mother she got sick, and I have to leave the job for a month because I have to be with my mom. And my mom passed away. And well, I went to Venezuela, for all this funerals, whatever. When I came back, to my job, guess what? All my job was perfect. Everything was done. Why? Because I taught my people to do all my job too. And that was bad for me because they said, okay, if your team can do what you do, I'm sorry, but we pay half your salary to them and they can make your job. And they fired me after 5 years, after being the employee of the year. So this is the moment when USANA came to my life. Are you there? You can hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. Sorry, I accidentally stopped my video, but yes,
Okay, okay. No, I just want to be sure. All right?
absolutely. So,
Okay.
wow, that's crazy. So you trained your people, which is what you're supposed to do in USANA. You're
Yeah,
supposed to train your people so good that they don't need you anymore.
yeah,
And
yeah, that's
you
it.
did that in corporate America in retail, and basically you replaced yourself and you put yourself out of a job.
Yeah, because they said, we are paying you too much, and your people, the people your supervisor, they can do your job, and we are paying them less than we paid you. So they cut my position.
Wow, that's
Yes,
crazy.
it's incredible. Yeah. Then, okay, this is the moment when USANA came to my life, but USANA came to my life as the same thing, as employee. And I'm started from the very low position in customer service. And in my mind, I thought, okay, I will be doing this for a couple of years, but I know in the future in USANA, I will be a manager.
So,
But
so you started working at the call center of
at a
USANA.
call center, USANA,
Okay, so the call center, not a USANA business. You were working for USANA corporate office in
yes,
the call center at the bottom.
yeah,
Okay,
I
all
was
right,
the
keep going. This is great. Keep going.
yeah, yeah. And when I started there, I something happened, something very incredible happened to me because remember, my mind was set with the only way to make money isn't with a regular job, right?
Yes.
So, being customer service, I have in front a computer and I have access to 200,000 distributors and talk with them every single day, 100 calls every single day, right? And I had the chance to meet almost a lot of them, very successful people. And guess what? I'm start to check what they are doing, what they are doing. That's what my first question. Okay, and I knew that they have a very executive job, right? At the same time, they make a lot of money. They are traveling around the world, you know, in most of the cases for free, and they have the chance to do whatever they want, and they build teams. I said, wait a minute, this is the five things. This is my dream, and they're doing my dream, and I'm in a cubicle for 10 hours a day and not doing my dream. That was incredible. That happened to me. And I remember back in 2015, uh, I made a training, for personal development, not related with my job. I did, by myself. And I noticed that all depend of you. You have to work with for your dream, not for the dream of somebody else. So in this moment, I make the decision. Okay, I will finish this training. It's a 6 months training. After that, I will quit my job and I will start to run my own business. And that's what I did. But I took this 6 months to talk with because as I told you, I had the chance to talk with tons of different distributors here in America, here in Mexico, Colombia, Australia, and in different places. And because I said, you know what, I'm going to work. I will do this, but I will find my sponsor. And that's what I did in those 6 months. And at the very end of the 6 months when I quit it, I talked with the person right now as my sponsor, and I said, okay, I'm ready. And it's Andrea Kiwa, and she trained me for 3 months. And now I'm doing this. This thing changed my life forever. Because when I was a corporate employee in Venezuela, I I was, for example, for Bayer or for Xerox, I did my best to work with them because I love the company. But as soon as they fire me, there's nothing I can do. Nothing. I love the company, but they don't love me because I was a number. I'm just an employee. At this time in USANA, when I quit it, I said, okay, at this
When
time
you
it's
quit the
different.
call center, when you left the call center.
Yeah. hmm
Uh-huh.
When I quit it, I thought, okay, but this time is different because I will still relate it with the company I love is USANA in this case, you know, and I've been 2 years since I quit, and I'm doing just USANA. That's it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Actually, I went to Mexico 3 weeks ago, for this celebration, the national celebration in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the distributors there asked me, what was your main goal when you quit and when you started your business doing USANA? I said, okay, my job, my goal was, okay, at least one check a month. All right, that's what. The first year, in 52 weeks, I got 49 checks.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. And the same thing happened the first year and the second year. So that was awesome. That was incredible because at the beginning I thought, okay, probably I will, to pay my bills, probably I will need to get a part-time job or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no, USANA started with power, and I got every single month, every single week I have a check.
Yeah. No, if you keep your 3 business centers open, it's a lot easier to get paid consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like that's what you did.
Yeah, and Jared, the 10 tips you put it at the beginning. This is the key of this business, because you have to be responsible for your business. It's not related to your sponsor or the people. Is your upline. It's all your responsibility. You know, and actually, I was so close to take a picture of this because you said in this. This is the key of this business.
Well, absolutely, and I can send you the slides if you want. You can use that whenever.
Please.
We actually do that at the very beginning of every webinar to always remind the team those 10 things, and it's made a huge difference for sure in our
Sure.
retention and the success of our team because they own their business. They don't rely on me to support them on everything, and they go out and they do it. I got that from Eric Worre, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So what I hear you saying though is that like a lot of people feel like quitting because they don't have a perspective. Like you went through like all this corporate turmoil in your life prior to USANA. I mean, really loving the company, other companies, and corporate companies, and then training people, to making them very good, and then you lost your job. So have you ever felt like quitting USANA, or you don't even think like that because of what you've been through?
No. That's what I thought at the beginning. I'm still thinking the same thing. I know this company will be forever, with me. I will be related with this because, as you said at the beginning, I'm in love not of the company. I'm in love of the vision of
Mm-hmm.
the Dr. Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's different when you go out and talk to people to help them to be better, to
Mm-hmm.
health, more than just to sell the products.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the idea. The idea is to promote the vision of Dr. Vance, and that this enrolled me, in this style of life.
Absolutely. It is a great lifestyle. And I love the fact that we can actually help people and make them great. And the company's not going to fire us or whatever because we did that. We actually making people great, or not. I mean, they make themselves great, but raising people up, training them, teaching them everything is actually your job security here
Yes.
instead
Yes.
of your job insecurity. you know,
Yeah.
which is awesome, really,
You
truly
know,
awesome.
there's something I love this company is I love to teach. And when I teach my people to know all that I know, they will be better for me. But in the past, this behavior for this do this cost my job after 5 years when I
Hmm.
was in Goldman Sachs. I
Yeah,
don't.
Patricia Ruiz from San Antonio says that happens. You train someone and then they take your spot.
Yeah, yeah. But in this case, it's different because if you train people to be successful, they will be better for you.
Hmm.
You know,
Absolutely.
because you can learn from them too.
So you've built a very successful business in 2 years. I'm sure you're knocking on gold director's door. You're a top silver in the company. You work USANA full time. You don't have a job. It's just all USANA paying for your lovely house, which I see your pictures. It's like
Thank
beautiful
you.
out there in Salt Lake City. Can you share some tips for everybody? Not everybody has that perspective or went through the trials that you went through. But can you just give like a couple tips to everybody watching? We have about 5 minutes left, but what would you say, someone in their first year really needs to hear or do or be like? Give us some perspective.
Okay, the first year I think it's important to have a plan. You know, it's a year plan, a 6 months plan, and a week plan. You know,
Mhm.
you have to. For example, I learned to have. Yes, I learned to. Okay, I have a goal. I put goals in my schedule. I have to have 20 presentation, 10 presentation, 5 presentation this week done, right? And that's what I did.
Okay.
Okay. Just be focused in this and get this goal in every week. But at the same time is okay, now I did the presentation, the following and everything. Well, with my team, with the people in my team, okay, I have to train them, be with them, you know, be help them to, what they want and
Hmm.
what they need to be successful. So that's what I did with my team. Oh, that's what I'm doing with my team actually.
So you're saying make a plan and make like a specific goal on presentations or getting video presentations out,
Hmm.
and then just go execute the plan and then follow up is part of the plan, I guess.
Yeah. Well, something more is you have to be in the mode of prospecting all the time
Hmm.
because outside you don't know who is the person who's looking for something
Hmm.
different. Probably you can see a executive just and probably he's looking for something, and you have to talk with these people and hear what they are saying because probably they are just yelling for help. So you have to be in the mode of prospecting and okay, probably I have something for you. I can help you to do something different because I was in your position.
Hmm.
Or just if you go to Starbucks or you take a Uber or talk with everybody all the time.
Okay.
And yeah, and this with you will find a lot of people who need something different to do because
Absolutely.
I'm not a a person from the moon or whatever. I'm from this earth. I'm from this planet. I'm a regular person. That's what I mean. You know, and I was in the corporate. In Goldman Sachs, it's a huge company in New York, right? And now I'm doing this. There are probably tons of people like me who's looking for something different.
Yeah, sharp people, sharp, awesome people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're going to open it up for questions on the last 3 or 4 minutes here. We've had a lot of chats on the Zoom chat here. We have, please type in your questions on Zoom chat for Victor. And let's go ahead and answer a few questions. Jared Harris says, be in the mode of prospecting, talk to everyone. My mom, Viola Krebs, says, Victor, since I've known you, you've always been going to events and training. I think Andrea is a big believer in going to trainings. Absolutely.
Mhm.
What questions do you have on people who are on the Zoom call for top silver director Victor Soto? You can also text me the questions.
You know, there's something, you know, when I was employee at USANA, I remember they sent me to Long Beach one day as employee, right? And I was there, and I saw Emerald director talking one day, and he said something that kept in my mind, and I'm still doing this. He said, you know, if you're doing this business, you have to go to every single event. I said, you know, with my mentality of employee, I said, why, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now I understand that it's important. That's why I went to Mexico 3 weeks ago, because it's important because you're learning all the time from the people whose success doing this business. So if you want to be with like them, you have to do what they're doing, and they're in every single event. So that's why I go to every single event in here in Utah and different places. I want to go to San Antonio.
Come on down.
Yeah, I will go. I promise.
Awesome. So we have a question from Jared Harris. He says, what do you do every morning to keep your energy in a positive state?
Okay, the first thing is I woke up every single day early in the morning, and you know I check my schedule. You know I have a schedule, you know, for every single day, and I know what I have to do every single morning. You know, and to be positive is okay. I do meditation in the morning and before go to bed, and early in the morning too. But I I focus in what I want, not what I want. And I said, okay, today I'm gonna find this. And at the end of the day, when I check my day, I said, okay, I did it. I find it. So it's a mental thing. You know, I prepare my mind just to be focused in what I want. And because I notice when I don't do these kind of things, nothing happened. So the thing is, be focused in what you want, and be sure you will find it, and just do it. This keep me in the positive mood, right?
Uh-huh.
And doing every day. And the thing is, other thing is, I'm focused in the 5 things I love in my life.
What are
Remember,
those?
my job, make money, you know, work with my team, travel, and my pictures. You know, have
Yes.
time to do my hobby
So you
because
focus on you focus on the good feelings of having like the gratitude in your life, and you do some meditation. It sounds like.
yep.
Okay, very, very powerful.
Yeah.
I actually do the same thing. That's like the very first thing I say my prayers, and then I literally, my eyes are closed. I'm still in bed, like laying
Yep.
down, and I close my eyes and I visualize like everything that like my dreams coming true and the feelings of how good that feels. And
Yep.
then I get up. Thank you for asking. Great question, Jared. Okay, we have two more questions, and then we'll end. So Phyllis Walker asks, how do you handle rejections about people not wanting to take vitamins every day?
Okay. Remember, we are in a position as we have a gift. We have a gift in our hands, right? We are giving the people the chance to be healthy and the chance to be, uh, better. Okay. And I don't try to convince nobody. I just gave them is is as I say, is a gift. I'm giving to the people. So if the people doesn't want it, it's not my fault. The rejection is not to me, it's to them. But every single person I talked every day, I said, I have this gift for you. You want to take it? Yes. Okay. Perfect. But if you don't want to take it, it's not my fault. I tried to give it to you, but if you don't want to give, and every single reject is not to me, it's to them,
That's a good way to put it. They're not rejecting you. They're kind of rejecting themselves in a way, to their better health. And yeah, that's true. There's really nothing. I mean, it doesn't matter how great of a leader you are. Sometimes you just can't make someone take vitamins. Not gonna do it.
This is a gift. This is a gift.
I think you're right. Having that perspective that it's a gift is important.
Yeah. I learned this.
Oh yeah, that's great. And okay, and then last question comes from Adriana Perez in San Antonio. She says, when you prospect, do you ask a specific set of questions or whatever comes to mind depending on the situation?
One thing I learned doing this business is the more all the answers, I don't have the answers. The prospect have the answers. In this case, it's very important just to listen. Listen every single word. Be, focus in the person, not in the cell phone or not in the computer or the paper. Be focused in the person. Listen what the person has for you. Listen what they need and how can you help them. And this clicked perfect because, sometimes you don't have to say nothing because they have the answer.
Mm-hmm. Well, so be a listener. Be a listener, not necessarily a talker.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you actually do bring up USANA, like let's say you've listened for 5 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever time they've been talking, how would you transition into inviting them to know more about USANA?
Okay, it's because depending what they said, Depending
on what they said. I love it.
Yeah.
So it depends on what they say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I said, okay, probably I have the answer of your prayers, or probably I have the answer you're looking for. Probably I have something for you who can work to make money or to be healthy or to help people or to make teams or whatever they're looking
whatever
for.
They said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ooh, that's so good.
Yeah.
No wonder you're doing so great in the company. Well,
I love it.
Go ahead.
No, I love this company. I love USANA. I feel that, as I said earlier, I will be related with this company for the rest of my life. I love it.
Absolutely. Well, Victor, thank you so much for being on today. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to share what's helped you become successful and also your story. And it's really intriguing to know what you've been through just to even have the opportunity to find something like USANA.
Yeah.
And you're here, started at the bottom, now you're here, like that song. So thank you again, Victor. We really appreciate it. And we're going to end the call like we always do. Everyone say thank you, Victor, and have an awesome day.
Thank you, Victor, and have an awesome day.
Victor.
Thank you.
Victor, have an awesome day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. Have an awesome day.